Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
We have a bear in the background.
We
We
do.
do. We have a grizzly bear in the background. He's new to the petting zoo. He's going to be one of the main features. I feel like I'll have a lot of tours to see him
What a man.
because most petting zoos do not have grizzly bears.
They don't.
And this grizzly bear will let you pet him.
Oh.
Good
Like
morning, everyone. Let's get ready. You getting ready for church?
I am.
Today I have a girl that is coming to donate a enclosed trailer to my farm.
Really?
Yes, and so
Right.
yes, she so like if something happened and we had to take Dexter and Dee Dee at the same time to the vet, like my vet, we can load them up in the trailer now and take them to the vet. So it is going to be a big help to my farm. So she wanted to donate it to our farm, and I just thought that. So she's coming today to present us the.
What a good person.
I know, people are so nice, and then
Take that, oatmeal lover.
this sweet lady wants to donate a sandbox to our farm for kids to play in. And I was thinking when she said that, it was like, wow, because this past weekend, a young kid was at the birthday party on our zip line. And when at the end of the zip line, he let go and fell and he hurt him. I mean, he was like screaming bloody murder. He didn't hurt himself, but like you thought he broke his leg because he was screaming so hard. And I thought, what a great thing. I could put the
cow bones.
What?
You could put the cow bones in it and they could dig for them.
Oh,
like dinosaur bones.
How awesome, Kaylee. So at the end of the zip line, I think we're going to put the sandbox. So it's a soft place to land in case kids fall. Cool. But you are brilliant about the bones in there.
You could put down like a tarp and like hot glue them to the tarp and then get like paintbrushes and stuff. And they could, dig for them and stuff.
You're so brilliant.
That'd be smart.
Okay, let's talk about your senior pictures at my farm.
Oh my gosh. The ones we've gotten back so far are so pretty.
Okay, listen, let me just, in case people haven't gone to my page or your page to see them, I think
I can't wait for the ones with me in the overalls.
You are going to be the cutest thing ever.
This is one. This is like my favorite.
That is my favorite picture.
So pretty.
But I do like the one of you laying that one is one of my favorites. It is breathtaking and it's so clear.
But look at this one.
So cute. You at the ice cream shop. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm so ready to get like all of them back so I can really, just get to see them. And I was really worried about it because, I'm really insecure and I didn't want to get them back and hate them and then just feel miserable the entire, the rest of senior year. Cause I'm like, all these other girls got pretty pictures and I don't have any, but so far I'm like really excited about it and really confident about them.
They're so cute. You look so precious. And when I saw you in person for the first time since you've lost all your weight, you're the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Your little ice cream outfit with your little red pants. You are the cutest thing I have ever seen.
Oh my gosh. About those red pants. So I ordered these really cute red blazer shorts. Like the shorts people wear with the blazers?
Yes. Yeah.
I ordered a pair, and that was what I was going to wear. An hour before, I decided, hey, I'm going to iron my shorts. They're wrinkly. Ironed a hole right through them. So, I have a bad problem about snapping and like freaking out and, self-destructing. And I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I got frustrated and I just kind of walked away from my mom. I didn't talk to anybody for a minute.
Did you have those red pants or did you have to go buy them?
I already had them.
Okay, good.
I was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We have red pants and then we can look for white jeans. I gave my white jeans away when a family, I'm pretty sure, had a house fire.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any white ones. So I was like, okay, we're gonna wear the red jeans. It's gonna be okay. I was a little upset, but I didn't cry and I didn't freak out, didn't have a panic attack. Like I did so well. And it just made me think of this podcast. And it's like, I've came such a long way.
That is so awesome.
It was like a big thing for me. And I told Andrew, I was like, hey, when you get here, like, don't talk to me until I'm ready to talk to you because I don't want to snap on you. I don't want to lose my cool. And it's not fair to you if I do because this isn't your fault. So he was like respectful of that. And he was like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, not really. But I just kind of want to, I want to get everything done and then we're going to move forward. And we did.
Well, you look like you so had it together when you came here. You were all smiles and you
Yeah.
look
Well, I
beautiful. And
was so proud of myself. Like, it's been a while since I could do something like that. And I've always, when something goes wrong, I'm just like, whatever, I don't want to go anymore.
yeah,
If
that's me.
that would have been me 2 months ago, I would have cried all my makeup off, ruined the day. I would have had a sour attitude for the rest of the day, and it would have been terrible.
Last night, I let my hair dry naturally, and when I tell you that cows licked me in the right here in the middle of the night, look at this.
That's what happens when I put my turban on and I don't fix
None
it.
have done that.
You should wear like a silk bonnet when you go to bed.
Shane would make fun of me.
Andrew makes fun of my turban.
He would so make fun of me.
I wear my turban at Andrew's house.
You
If we're
do?
laying down, yeah, I ain't messing up my hair.
You are so funny.
If it's in between church services, I got to keep my curls in, you know?
You're so cute. I can't wait to see the pictures with the animals. I
Gosh, I
wish you would
can't
hurry up.
either. I know. I think it's funny because they were like taking pictures of just the animals too, and it was so
I
cute. And
know. Well, you know what
I'm
I'm
so
doing? Okay, so like I'm constantly looking for the perfect shot because that's just what I do when I have my camera in my hand. And they were talking, like freaking out because they were like, "Oh my god, this is awesome!" And they weren't paying attention to you taking pictures. And I was like, "Look, Turnbuck's up there!" They were like,
smooch me.
they were like, just so in awe that.
And it's so funny, but I think it'll be also like good promotions for your farm too.
I do too.
Like with all the cute animals and stuff. Because you have to think about it when they post that on their page and then people share them and then all them see them.
Right.
Because we'll definitely put like they're from Snead's Farmhouse. I'm excited because I love the way the overalls turned out.
They were so
And I
cute.
think with the purple, it's going to look great. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The animal ones are always, I think, going to be my favorite because those are like my big personality ones because, you know, animals are my thing.
It means a lot to me because you were a freshman when you came here, right? Were you a freshman?
I think I was a sophomore, but
Sophomore?
still, like it
I
was like the beginning of the year.
it's just I don't know to see hear and watch you grow up. It's just been I don't know. I feel like you and Eli are my kids.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've spent
I mean,
so
no, you're
much
not.
time.
But I mean, Eli. If you don't, let me say who Eli is. So Haley, if you're watching us, Haley and Eli came and volunteered at our farm when they were sophomores in high school, and now they're seniors. And so I've been able to watch them grow up. And Eli and Haley go to the same school. So
Yeah,
anyway,
we grew up
Eli
together.
messaged me. It means the world to me because if he dates someone new, he wants to bring them to meet me.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and I want to do something special for y'all for graduation. We're so proud of y'all, aren't we, Shane?
Yeah.
We are.
Y'all
Yeah.
Shane's my dude. I remember when he met Andrew, and Andrew was scared.
Of Shane?
Yeah,
How
I was like, if you hurt me, that man will kill you.
That is true. That is true.
It is.
That's true.
It is a possibility.
Because Shane and I just look at y'all as
One of our own.
I don't know. We kind of think that y'all are our kids. Like we're second to your mother. Like we're number 2 parents.
I mean, if I was ever stuck on the interstate or something and I couldn't get a hold of my mom or dad, I would definitely call you.
And I would come.
Yeah, and I just I always know you're there in case anything happens.
We are always
and
here.
You always know if something happens and you can't get to the animals, I can be there.
There's another little girl that's coming to my farm to volunteer, and I hope that there's a connection like there was with you and Eli. There's a little girl named Jessica from another school, and it's the same way. I think she's my kid. I would do anything for her. Anything.
And it's just so great. I mean, even Vance, like I'm close with Vance and
I know.
I remember when he texted me at 10 o'clock at night and he was like, "Hey, mom's at the ER and I need help putting the chickens up." And I was like, "I'll be there in 10 minutes."
Vance is a kid. He loves you. Okay.
I love Vincent.
I was so proud of your brother. He was in a play last night and you sent me the video. And let me tell you what is amazing to me is the transformation in your brother.
Yeah, from going from a kid that never speaks to screaming on stage.
Yes. When, for y'all that follow us, her brother, when they first came to me when she was a sophomore, he would tag along. How old was he?
Oh God, let's see. I was a sophomore, so he had to be in like 6th grade.
So how old are you in 6th grade?
He was in 6th or 7th. He was like 12.
That's what Shane said. He was about 12. And he would come to my farm and not say one word the entire time he was here. I mean, he was just in this little shell and he was scared to talk. And to see him on stage singing and acting and yelling and having a personality, I was like, "Go Taylor!" I was just so proud of him.
I wanted to squall. That's how proud I was of him. Like, I just wanted to cry. I've never been more proud of my brother.
It was amazing.
I think it's because we've never had anything we have, like, in common because he's a teenage boy and I'm, like, an older teenage girl.
Right.
So we've always been close, but we've never had that connection on something. And when he decided to do theater last year, it was, like, so great to me. And then this year getting to hear him sing and actually watching him step into the shoes that I left for him are like, it's just crazy.
I just, the transformation in him and him having a girlfriend and him, I'm like, I can remember when I first found out he had a girlfriend, I was like, does he talk to her or does he just sit there? Like, does he speak? And his girlfriend is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And I'm just so proud of him. I'm so proud of him.
I'll show his screaming video, his screaming part.
And his voice, his tone is so perfect for the screen.
It was so good. I'm so proud of him.
I'm so proud of him.
I've never seen him like Taylor. Obviously, at home he won't shut up. Like he's just like me. He talks all the time.
Yeah.
But I've never seen him be like that in a public setting, and I don't think I ever will unless it's for theater.
Were you prepared to see him? I mean, did you know what he was going to do and everything? Did he tell you?
He had told us that he was singing a little bit and that he had to scream. But he didn't tell us what he had to say or when he screamed or how loud he was going to scream. We just knew he had to scream. So Thursday night, Mom and I went and we watched the first show and we were like, oh my gosh. And then last night we went and we were like, oh my gosh, that was even better. Like, who is this kid?
Yeah.
And a lot of my family came last night and they were just like, holy crap, I didn't know Taylor could do it. And my theater teacher, you know, we're pretty close, and he came up to me and was like, you know, we're so proud of your brother. We didn't know he could do this. Like, we did not know he had this. And it's just something me and him have. We can both act. And I don't know where we got it from, but our acting skills are just on par.
And I can remember the first time I saw Vincent on stage, I was the same way. I was like, I had no idea. I had no idea Vincent could sing and act. when he told me he was going to be in a play, I thought, and he goes, Mom, I'm going to sing in this play. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a train. It's going to be a train. But I'll be that mom that supports him. And the whole time, all of us that were in his, my family, we're all like this. And I was like that with Taylor. I was just like,
see, I'll say something to you, Taylor. We're not the strongest singers. We're not. But we can act. And like our acting makes up for it to where we can like sing mediocre and it still look and sound good.
I thought it was great.
I thought he was phenomenal. Like his first song was so good, and I was so proud. Like there are not enough words in the world to describe how proud I am of him.
So let's talk about mental health now. So
okay, let's talk about our weeks. Do we want to recap?
Yeah, do you want to go first or me?
You can go first.
I feel like I'm doing much better with Larry since Kayla came in the picture and is caregiving for him. I feel like I have been able to be a daughter again, and I don't have to go get your cane, go put on your oxygen. Like I'm not a drill sergeant. Why are you doing this? Like I'm able to actually enjoy him again. And I feel like my mental health is 100% better this week than it was last week.
That's so great to hear.
Yes. I'm having to make some hard decisions for him, like financially, about like, he can't drive anymore. And he drove me crazy to buy a new car. And Shane and I let him do it because he was driving us crazy about it. And now we regret it because now he has a car payment because he didn't pay cash for the car. And I'm thinking, okay, this is $550 a month we're paying, and he needs the money for his health. Like, Yeah. And so Shane and I have been trying to make some hard decisions about, what can we do to help him? So Shane decided to sell his car and take over Larry's payment so we would help Larry out. Well, in Larry's brain, he's like, I want my car. And we're like, you can't afford your car and you can't drive, so like it's an adjustment for him, and it's like Shane and I don't ever want him to think that we're taking advantage of him by taking his car. It's almost like the pressure comes on us because it looks like we're taking his car from him, and like we're not. We just want to take over his payment so he don't have the payment anymore, so he can afford the things that he needs right now, like his caregiving and so forth. And so it's making it a little hard on Shane and I, but I am 100% better with my mental health since Kayla's come aboard.
And before that, you have to think about how stressed out you were and how upset you were and how in your mind you thought, it's not going to get better. And it's so you were so stressed out and you were putting so much on yourself. And then look, even just from last week, seeing you're so much better.
I'm so much better.
And just think about that. Think about how stressed out you were and how in 1 week your life has completely swapped.
And I think this has taught me this is religion, but if God chose to take Larry away or my farm away, would I trust God? Or would I be mad at God for taking my farm away? Like I say that to myself all the time. Do I trust God so much that if he took Snead's farmhouse away today, would I still trust and serve him? Or would I be totally mad at him? And I think about that a lot, that I want to make my relationship stronger because just like we just talked about last week, I was so stressed out and I wasn't trusting because I was trying to take control of the situation, and I felt like I had to resolve every problem instead of trusting God and letting it work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's really taught me that I need to draw myself closer and trust more instead of me freaking out and thinking my life's over and there's never ending to this and so forth.
No, I agree. It can definitely be hard to trust in God and his timing, because if it's not on our timing, we get a little stressed out and we're like, why isn't this happening now? Why isn't it happening the way I want it to? Because we think our way is right and it's not.
Well, I've talked about this before, but prior to moving to Coleman, prior to having a farm, Shane and I lived in Stapleton, which is South Alabama, and I loved it there. I started Stapleton Fitness, which was a group. I was very close to these women. It was one of the best relationships I'd ever had with these women. And when Shane said he had the opportunity to move here, I was devastated. And I cried every single day begging God not to move us. And as I began to beg him to not let us move, our house sold in less than 24 hours. Like all this stuff. And I was like, God, are you listening to my prayer? Like, I just told you that we're not moving. Like, are you? And
Yeah.
forward, if I couldn't see what God's plan was for my future, I truly believe today that we moved here for me. And
Oh,
I was
yeah.
begging God to keep us behind. But see, what I wasn't doing is I wasn't trusting God that He had something better planned for my future. And even if He took Snead's farmhouse away from me today, I have to trust that He has something better in store for me. And it's hard to think about it that way. You know what I
It's
mean?
hard to think, the life you've lived is something's going to be better than that. Like, it can
Right.
definitely be hard for you right now to think, well, what could be better than running my own business and having all of my animals that are like my children? Like, what could be better than this?
Right.
But there's something out there. If it's according to God's will, then there is something out there better than that.
And it's hard for you to think there's something better than, because when I was in Staple, I was like, there's no way. My house is so cute because we had this rustic looking house with a country front porch wrapped around the house. We had 7 acres. Our land was, we had just redone our entire house. It was absolutely my dream home. It was so wonderful. We lived at the beach. Like, can you imagine like how I was feeling in the moment? Like, what could get better than this? I live at the beach. I have the perfect house. Like, everything is just great. I had the best of friends. I'm doing what I love, which is aerobics. And I couldn't see how my life could have gotten any better. And then look at me today.
Yeah, you're
And
living such a
sometimes
good life.
we don't we don't trust because we can't see what is in our future. So how has your week been?
Well, Andrew's been on spring break this week, so I've been hanging out with him a lot. But I'm not snapping. I'm doing better at controlling my emotions, just being like a better me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not, I've been in my Bible, I've been working out.
You're still working out with his mom?
Yeah. I've
Working
also been
out
able to
makes you
start.
feel better physically?
Yeah. The only issue is we have to get up really early in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
I get up at like 3:45.
Oh, are you serious?
Well, we go before she goes to work. And then on Fridays before I go to work. So
Commitment.
it's like we get up early. But we might change it. We don't really know. We've talked about it, but I enjoy it. I enjoy working out. I enjoy pushing my body. I feel good while I'm doing it. And it gives me something to look forward to throughout the week, cuz I can get a little depressed and be like, well, what is there for me to do?
Yeah.
Cuz sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, there's nothing to do. I'm bored.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely giving me something to look forward to, but besides that, this week's been pretty good. I took senior pictures, had fun doing that.
When do you graduate?
I
May? Into May?
Yes. Yes. So, well, I graduated at like the beginning of May from Wallace, but West Point I think is like the end.
Okay.
I think they're like a week apart. I don't know actually.
It is amazing that you're going to be graduating from high school and college.
Yeah, it's so fun, and I'm so proud of myself.
Who does that, Haley?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of kids that do it.
That wasn't even an option when I was a kid. Not that I could have done that, but I'm just so proud of you.
I haven't really told myself I'm proud of myself, but I am. I mean,
That
to
is
me, the coursework isn't hard. Like, I don't find my schooling hard. So, for me, it doesn't feel like an achievement because I'm not having to do really hard work.
You say that, and then when you're in the middle of finals, you're freaking out, Haley.
Okay, yeah, that one class, it was difficult. That was a difficult class. Okay, I will give myself that. I'm very proud of myself for passing that class with an A.
So when you graduate high school in Wallace, what are you doing next?
Going to UAH to get a biology degree, and then hopefully med school, and then, residency, fellowship, become a doctor.
Right.
I mean, that is kind of the plan right now. Because I still want to be a doctor.
Diabetes doctor.
Yes. With kiddos.
That is so awesome. I'm
excited. I hope so. I just hope it is something I enjoy, and I hope it's something I continue to enjoy. Because, like, I enjoy it now, and I enjoy learning about diabetes and stuff. But I really hope it is something that I continue to just grow and have a passion for. Because I will say this, I do not want to get into a career that I hate. You see all these people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't love my job that I have now, but I know it's temporary and it's going to put me through school.
Right.
But I do not want to have a job that I go to work every day and literally hate what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the last thing I want to do. And everybody's like, well, you're not going to love work. Well, I want to love work.
Well, I mean, granted, I have a farm. I mean, I guess that's not, I don't know if you call that a career. Probably not.
I would call it a career.
Would. I mean, it's not like I couldn't, if Shane wasn't our provider, I couldn't do this for a living. Like, I don't really make any money. So I don't really, I mean, it is a job, but it's almost like it's a job, but like it's not a pay the bill job. It's almost like theater. Like if you like Vanson, like you love theater, but like you really only few people go and make it, and you're only good as the next play, right? Like you might get this perfect spot on or part or whatever you call it for a play, but as soon as the play's over, you're not making any money. So it kind of has to be like it's not really a career unless you're constantly chasing a part.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's
like a country singer going to Nashville trying to make it big. They're going to be broke and it's crap.
It's kind of just a side gig. Like, it's a job. It's just kind of like, it's your spending money almost, if that makes sense. It's a spending money.
Well, I have figured out how to do it and not go broke. Like, as long as I break even, I feel successful. I feel like my job, when we moved here, I had thought about going back to work, and Shane didn't want me to, which is weird. Most husbands want their wives to work. I mean, and it would be different if I had a kid at home, and I was staying home with my children. But most men, I would think, would want their wife to work to help pay the bills. But Shane does not want me to work. And it's really a good thing that I didn't go to work because of Larry. So,
yeah. I love that man.
Larry or Shane?
Yeah, love that man. He's so funny.
Which one?
Larry.
Oh, let me tell you a funny story. This is the funniest thing I have ever heard. So, the nurse brought him a cane that has prongs on it so that he's more stable walking. And so she told him that he needed to carry that cane because he was carrying a cane that was just a stick. Lord, I thought you were smoking a cigarette.
Oh.
I saw smoke everywhere, and I was like, "Is she vaping? I'm gonna spank her butt." Anyway, so she told him she wanted him to carry that cane. So you know what he did?
What?
He was physically carrying it. He wasn't using it. He was physically carrying it everywhere he was going. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So I had to go, Larry, I know she told you to carry the cane with you, but she doesn't mean carry it. She
That's
means
something I would do. I don't have
I was
that
like,
much on
she means use it. She doesn't mean carry it. But he was literally walking around carrying the cane.
I could see him going, oh.
He did. That's exactly what he did. Oh. And I was like, she wants you to use it, not carry it. God.
Yeah, that is the Larry I know.
I mean, I can see where, if you have dementia, that could be confusing. She told him to carry it. I mean,
In fact, carried it.
exactly what she said.
He can follow directions, okay?
Yes, he was obeying the nurse. A follower gave me these cute little pig earrings.
Aww.
Aren't they cute?
Yeah, I love earrings.
I do too. But the problem is, it's hard for me to wear them in the farm because the goats want to eat them.
They do, in fact. They want to eat everything.
Rip them out of my ear.
So, okay, let's talk about let's go back on the mental health train.
Okay.
How do you deal with okay, so I just told you, the story about me ironing a hole through my pants. When things like that happen to you and things change suddenly, what do you do? Does that affect you or does that not affect you?
I'm mad, and there's a different personality that comes out because I want to be by myself. So I usually have to walk away and get by myself a minute and just like usually when I get to the point where I'm like that, I'm crying. Like tears are flowing down my face because I'm so angry. And usually I get triggered. Like if I would burn a hole and I'm mad because I'm fixing to do senior pictures, then Shane's like, it is not a big deal. You're flipping out for nothing. And then that's a trigger for me because it's almost as if someone's calling out my mental illness because I'm out of control. So then I'm really mad. But once I get by myself a minute and go, okay, what are you going to do? Okay, remember you have red pants in your closet. Just wear those. They look cute on you. And then I'm able to calm myself down. But I can't, it's almost like my brain is like this. It's a noodle brain. My brain goes to noodle brain when that happens, and I can't like get the noodles out of my head to like go, I just need a minute. I need a minute by myself to process this. It's like yesterday, Shane and I got into a little argument, and he walked away and he wasn't speaking to me. And once he walked away, I had to like go, okay, what just happened? Like, what the heck just happened? And then I'm able to go, okay, what is my ownership in this? I can't control Shane. So, what is your ownership in this fight, Judy? What did you say that triggered him? And so then I'm able to think, once I'm by myself, I'm able to process it and go, oh, it's because I said this. So then I'm like, I can go back and apologize and go, okay, it was me that started this argument. And it was because I was needing this from you and you weren't giving it to me. And so like, but it takes my brain is noodles until I get by myself because my brain cannot I'm not a good, like, if some, you know how some people, when they argue with people, they always have a comeback and they're so good at a comeback.
Yeah.
I don't, I am not, that's not me.
Not you.
My brain is spaghetti when that happens because I'm not one to fight. I'm one to avoid confrontation. And so if someone runs over me and they're ugly to me, I don't have a comeback. I sit there in dead silence. And
Yeah,
then
because
I go
you're
off to
sad and you're trying to
myself.
think.
Huh?
Because you're sad and then you're also trying to think.
Yeah, and my brain can't think. But once I get off by myself, I have all these comebacks. Well, I should have said this, and I should have said this. And then it's like I need to go back to the person and go, you know, when you said this, well, let me just tell you. You know, it's
Yeah.
like I can't think fast enough. And I don't know, do you do this? Because I am bad about this. Like if I get in an argument with someone and I get off by myself, I can't even remember what the argument started over. It's so
Sometimes, yeah.
it's almost like
Because
I need
you
to
get
write
your
it down real
thought.
quick. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
what the crap happened? Like, why are we speaking? I have
Like
a
maybe you thought about so much at that point and you're just like, okay, well, what exactly did we start fighting about and why?
well, I'm not good at saying how I feel.
Okay.
So like if you make me mad, I'll just take it and then you'll make me mad again and I just take it and it's building. And then you make me mad again and then I'm like I'm done with our friendship. I'm walking away. I can't handle everything that you're doing to me. And then then you're over here going, she's walking away and I'm like, yes, because you have beat me down to the point where I can't function. But see,
Yeah.
that's not good. I should say, Haley, you really hurt my feelings when you said this. But see, I
Yeah.
feel
So
like
I can
people don't
take that
really,
and I can fix it.
yeah, but a lot of people, hey, do you have, is that a new one?
No, I've had this one.
Is that a cow?
It's a cheetah.
A cheetah print? Um, you know how if if you say to someone you hurt my feelings because of this, how they fire off at you again and they don't listen to what you're saying?
Some people, yeah, some people don't.
Yeah. I think it's the way you approach the person.
Well, I just think some
Aren't-
people don't understand. Like they don't understand how to do it. They
I
don't understand that they're in the wrong.
I think it's so important when someone says you hurt my feelings when this, for you to stop and pause and go, okay, let me get in their shoes for just a minute. I feel like
Yeah.
that's maturity.
And it's
Instead
important.
of firing off, go, well, you did this. You, you know, the person that fires back at you.
Yeah, see, I've learned with Andrew, and he's learned too. Sometimes I'm like, hey, it really hurt my feelings when XYZ happened. And he'll go, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I'm sorry it did. Is there, like, I can't go back and change what I said. And we've both learned that. Like, I can't go back and change what I did, but we can choose how we move forward from this.
That is true.
Like, I can't, if I call you a dummy and it hurts your feelings, well, guess what? I can't go back and uncall you a dummy, but I can say, hey, I'm really sorry and I didn't mean it. I said it out of anger, but we can start over and maybe that'll help.
I feel like this is our title today. The
What?
Beachwave Girls. I feel like you need to tag Beachwave so they can give us more products that we can advertise for them because now we're both I have 3 now.
I love it. It's literally my favorite thing I've ever used. For those of you, if you're not watching and you're just listening, a Beachwaver is a type of curling iron which curls the hair for you men. And you press a button and it rolls it. So you don't have to actually wrap
And
the
it'll
hair
roll it
around.
forward or backwards.
Yes, it will.
Yes,
So yeah, it's like my favorite thing in the
that
world.
was a game changer to me. It took me a minute to learn how to use it, but I feel like
Okay?
we should be sponsors for them, Haley.
I think we should be.
You're on TikTok, aren't you?
I am.
You should tag them. and put it on
I
TikTok
will.
because I see people sell it all the time on TikTok. As a matter of fact, I bought one from this one girl that advertised it.
Really?
Yeah. It's a beach wave to you, but it's a preaching stick to me.
It is a preaching stick to you.
So, like, I could really advertise those son of a guns.
You'd have all the old women buying one.
But
no, I just think that a big thing with mental health, especially in a relationship, is taking a second and thinking, hey, am I maybe overreacting a little bit? Probably. But what they said did hurt, and I think they need to take accountability for it. But we can't expect them to take it right away because maybe we did say something that hurt their feelings and they're acting out of anger just like we are.
right.
And I saw a TikTok about it, and it was like this girl told her boyfriend, you know, hey, what you did earlier upset me. I feel disrespected. And he was like, well, you ignored me the whole time. We were XYZ. And she was like, oh, well, I'm sorry you felt ignored. What exactly can I do? And it's like, you can't do that. Like, if he's going to snap back at you and not validate your feelings, you can't validate his. Like, y'all have to work on it together. It can't be one-sided.
Sometimes in relationships, the other person is not mature enough to do that.
Yeah, and that's like one thing that isn't okay. Like, you have to learn how to console your partner when they need consoled so they can console you when you need consoled.
And when you don't have that, it like with me and Shane, because Shane has anger. He's very mad a lot. He's snappy. And
Yeah.
so it takes him longer to get to that point. And I need it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need an apology now. But it takes him a long time to process it. And I have to remember that he's not built like me, where I will
Right.
quickly see it because I've had so much therapy under my belt and Shane has never had therapy. So like he doesn't process things the same way that I do. So it takes him longer to get to mindfulness.
Yeah.
You hear him in there? He's yelling right now. He's mad. He's putting up blinds in our house and he's getting mad.
That's a good reason to get mad, though. Okay.
He's trying to do him. He's probably like, Judy's over there on the talking to Haley when she could be over here helping me.
And, you know, that is one thing. And see, for you, it's like, hey, I'm over here talking with Haley so we can film our podcast. And that's like another thing is sometimes our partners don't see why we have interest in the things we do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Andrew doesn't get how I can just sit there and read. Like, I've read 10 books this year.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't see how I can do that. But to me, I don't, like, I can see where he plays his video games, but I can't see where he wants to stop everything he's doing just to play. Like, I can't see that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know why you'd rather play video games than snuggle with me, but like, whatever. But I've had to learn he feels the same amount of love that I feel from snuggling, that he feels the same amount of love when we are just hanging out and he's playing his game and I'm laying down that I feel when we're snuggling.
Was this with Shane? Like, what kind of enjoyment do you get out of hunting? You leave me for weeks at a time to sit in a stupid tree and watch deer. That seems so silly to me. But that's how Shane gets to mindfulness. Where I don't,
That's his
I just
getaway.
my chicken coops and I can get there. But see, his is different, and I have to go. I have to allow. I have to be gentle with him and go. Hunting is very important to him. It's not that he's leaving me. I mean, he is, but it's not like I need to be independent and use this time for myself. I don't have to cook. I don't have to wash clothes. I can eat cereal. I've learned to enjoy it instead of getting mad.
Or
I've learned,
upset about it.
that could be when he plays video games, that could be your moment to read.
Yeah, and that's what I've learned to do. But I mean, I will say at first it was really hard for me because I was like, we only see each other on the weekends and then you want to come home and you want to just play video games. To me, that can be hard, but I've learned, like, hey, you know, that is what he enjoys doing, and I've got to figure out how to keep myself occupied when he's busy, because
Right.
his entire life isn't revolved around me.
Right.
And that's okay. That's how it shouldn't be revolved around me.
Right.
But it can be hard with just like being mentally ill and thinking about, oh wait, he might not love me. Maybe he's playing. Maybe he won't come over because he just wants to play. He's not gonna be happy.
He is not going to be happy. Hope he didn't jack them up, because these, I'll show you them. It's these blinds. They're just wooden blinds. They were dry rotted, the ones that were up. So we went vested. Well, it was good talking to you today. We talked a while today.
Yeah, it was a good episode, I think.
I think so too. 45 minutes.
Well, I enjoyed talking to you. I love you.
I love you. I can't wait to see
bye,
your
guys.
animals. And
Yeah.
we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.